Welcome to the Impossible Siege. The scenario is this. I made a map that has 4 sections. You spawn on the left-hand side, and the goal is to work your way to the right and capture all of the capitals. But it is not going to be easy. The first terrain is a desert. You better pack your water as you work your way by the Dead Sea. Look around, take a deep breath, for this is the easiest area to siege. The next obstacle is jungle, marsh, and forest. Bug spray, optional. For the giant mosquitoes that I place here will be the least of your problems due to the limited visibility. We even have Mount Kilimanjaro in the middle to erupt at the exact moment you place all your units next to it. To top it all off, those ominous mountains came back. You'll have to weave your way in and out and around to capture the final capital. Will the AIs place their cities in the ideal location to defend? Well, you'll have to wait to find out. But the answer is no. The game started off simple enough. We planned out our empire before our first city was even settled. Moved 1 tile to the west and founded our city on a hill. Found 40 gold and our first tribal village and started building a slinger. I usually don't like to build slingers first, but barbarians will be a problem if this map was anything like the Gauntlet map I made a while back. There was another tribal village to the south and a scout. Well, now I'm really glad that I didn't build a scout, since 2 on this map would have been a complete waste. Our new scout explored another tribal village only to discover another scout. Yes! Our slinger moved to the west, and look at that. Our first barbarian unit, and it is pretty close to our capital. The immediate neighbor to our east is Nubia, where I selected an AI that I thought would do well in the desert. And it was either her or Mansa Musa, but after seeing her capital, I could see I totally made the right choice. Oh goodness. Unfazed, we started going for early empire to expand earlier. Stole the tribal village from Nubia for 1 free population. They have much better tribal villages over there. Planned out our empire and founded our second city. We moved both of our scouts east so we can survey our future lands. Found some friendly barbarians along the way and had to run away. Like literally run away. It was almost like we were showing the way to Nubia's capital. Some might even say escorting. Our Pantheon choice was quite clear after looking at Nubia's lands and all our future desert floodplains tiles. We needed something to make this territory not horrible. Let's go with Lady of the Reeds and Marshes. We then discovered ironworking, only to find out there's iron on a hill where I wanted to place the campus in the city that I just founded 2 turns ago. I could have sworn that I made this map, but I guess I pretty much forgot everything about it. No big deal though. Korea's campuses don't need anything but a hill. A few turns later I realized that we were almost the science leader. We finished the Great Library and looked to the east, and wait! What is going on there? 1 city under siege and another one almost gone. It's not like, I guess we don't have our own problems going on right now. But this time the fire is actually helping us. Oh. No. Okay, it never ends. Turn 104. Yeah, this is fine. We can do this. War. Turn 10. No 11. No 14. It's been 14 turns since the barbarians first invaded. Things are not looking good, but there have been rumors of a life-saving wall being built in our capital that would change the tide of this war. And there it is. Take that, barbarians. You don't stand a chance anymore. Turns don't mean anything anymore, and the barbarians just will not stop coming. They won't. They won't stop coming. In addition to the barbarians, we are in a race for Newton with Vietnam, and things look about equal on both fronts. We sold everything, even our delicious, spectacular honey, to try and prevent them from buying Newton with gold. I then slowly pressed the next turn button, even though I didn't want to. Looked at the Great People screen and see that Newton was nowhere to be seen. I then flipped my desk, I just stared at their lands, dreaming of things to come. Nubia wanted to be friends. I'm not in the mood anymore. Turn 135 and success! We cleared out the barbarian cabin and threw the biggest party that the civilization has ever seen. The war only lasted 32 turns. But now it was time to strike. Turn 155 and we finally built up a huge army. 1, 2, I can't even count any higher. The army is that enormous. Vietnam gave us 101 gold for us to go to war. Let's do it. A couple of turns later, we took over their first city after we pillaged everything. Minus 22.3 loyalty per turn. Well, there was no way that we're going to keep this, especially with a few barbs. Oh wait, a lot of barbarians to our right. Then a stroke of luck. Well, ignore the thing to the left and don't look at that free city and how we don't have any units left anymore from our enormous army. But the barbarians were actually doing heavy damage to Nubia's capital. We then got in position and yes, Nubia's capital is down to 0 health. Thank you. The next turn, Nubia fell into a dark age, so loyalty wasn't too much of a problem anymore. And yes, barbarians cannot take over any capital since they can't be pillaged. Our lack of defenses is no big deal. Let's just take out Nubia's unit and... oh. Well, the next turn they backed off and we took them out. A couple of turns later, they wanted peace. Sure, for now. We have to deal with this barbarian problem and capture our free city back. The next few turns we sat back, turtled a bit if you will, finished wonder after wonder and put our envoys into scientific city-states. There was a race for Einstein which we won and our science shot up. We couldn't get enough beakers. Gold was going up until turn 251. Our gold mysteriously dropped. I scoured our lands to try to figure out where our gold went, then I saw it, blinded by the reflection off these 2 shiny, pristine, giant death robots. Now it is time for revenge. Nubia, 1, 2, 3, and done. Vietnam War. Well, that could have been a mistake. Shaka, why not? This is fine. We entered Vietnam's lands, took out their encampment and saw our first giant death robot. But it went down pretty easily. The next turn they put 3 more GDRs with our targets. Titanium Beast struck first, then Bender, and then Mammoth Devastator. Bob from accounting looked to the right and 1 more GDR crumbled to ashes or melted to a puddle. I don't know how it works. The next turn Vietnam's capital went down to 0 health? Did Shaka just launch a nuke? I think so. We finished another giant death robot in our capital, called it the upstairs neighbor. I'm sure Zulu and Vietnam are going to love all the late night stomping around and trampling trees that this neighbor is gonna do. But, you know, Vietnam was having their own problems with us already as we secured another city. We met our first unit from Shaka, a modern armor army. The upstairs neighbor was the first one they hit, followed by Bob from accounting, and then Mammoth Devastator to finish it off. From there on, it was pure bliss. We took over every city that the AI held, and at the end, we had 9 giant death robots knocking on Zulu's capital. Just bombard 1, bombard 2. Wait a second, I just gotta confirm this. Yes, these barbarians have a pain. It's a little time for revenge. And then, victory. Thanks for watching.